Why we must talk about bias in AI before it's too late. Today, I want to talk about something most people don't even realize is happening, and that's bias in AI. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel, and if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, why? Alright, so I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel because that helps to grow the channel and also keeps you in the loop when new things are coming into play. So yeah, let's talk about what I want to talk about today. Like I said earlier in the intro, is that I want to talk about something that many people or most people don't even realize that is happening, and that is bias in AI. So I know it sounds like effective, but I promise you that what if I told you that this is already decided, we'll get hired, we'll get a loan, and even we'll get watched by the police. So this is deeper than just algorithms and code. This is about power, it's about fairness, and it's about your future. I'm just gonna let that sink. So let's break it down. Why bias in AI matters and how it affects you, and why we all need to pay attention. So I'm going to be breaking it into different parts, and this first part is about what exactly is bias in AI. So bias in AI is when a system makes unfair or unequal decisions based on patterns it learned from a biased data. I'm not sure if you've seen my previous video, and if you've not, it's linked here. Go and watch it. It helps you differentiate between AI, machine learning, data science. You know, it gives you a full understanding of what AI is and what AI is not. So when we are not talking about bias in AI, this is when the system is making unfair or unequal decisions based on, you know, the patterns that you had learned from biased data, like we mentioned in the last video. So see, ideally, AI doesn't necessarily think. I would explain better. You usually learn from the past, and if the past is unfair, guess what? Then the future that AI will create will also be unfair as well. So imagine, I want you to come with me on this journey. Come closer. Imagine an AI that is trained on years of hiring data, where mostly men get the kind of jobs that is trained on. Or best believe in tech, we have the percentage of women who are in the top jobs to be like so minute, like less than 1% are C-suite executives. When I say C-suite executive, like chief marketing officer, chief executive officer, those are C-suite executives. So we have like mostly men get top jobs, and now imagine that the AI has been trained on years of hiring data where mostly men get these top jobs. That system will learn to prefer male candidates. Vice versa, or vice versa, women, imagine hiring data where most women got the top jobs. That system again will learn to prefer women candidates. So not because he hates women or because he hates men, but because he thinks that that's just how the world works. So literally, you might be thinking, does that mean AI is just garbage in, garbage out? Sort of, but not really. So I want to give you another imagination before I break that down. So now imagine that bias being circulated across healthcare, law enforcement, immigration, and even education. Oh my god, it's like really scary. And what you don't know is that this is already happening. I am telling you. So AI has already been trained on data that are already biased, and we are just catching up. I'm going to take us on a good journey. So let's just say, let me expand on what this would mean for real people and what this real harm might look like. So basically what I'm saying is, let's make this real. So a woman applies for a job online, she keeps getting rejected. A man applies for a job online, he keeps getting rejected, not because she isn't qualified, but because the algorithm has been trained or was trained on male resumes or on female resumes. And also another example is a black teenage boy or a black teenager gets flagged by facial recognition software while walking past the store. Later is stopped by police or by the police. Another example is a single mother applies for a loan. She's denied, not based on her income, but because her postcode is high risk. So yeah, these are not glitches, they are consequences of systems that learn or that has learned from a broken human history and is killing it. It's killing it silently, it's scaling it automatically, and it's scaling it globally. And that is exactly why we need to talk about it. Do you guys agree with me? If you agree, let me know in the comment section. So now let's move on to the third part of this conversation with you guys, is where does AI bias come from? So where does it all come from, right? I mentioned earlier that it comes from biased data. So like training an AI on companies' history where women weren't promoted, it comes from lack of diversity in the people building those systems. So whatever you are feeding, you need to be inclusive of all sorts of people, race, background, ethics, gender, to make sure that it's robust and comprehensive. So it comes from testing AI in labs but not the real world. When you're testing just in in an enclosed system of perfection, rather than testing AI in with the real people that AI would affect. So AI is only as fair as the people who train it. I want that to sink in. AI is only as fair as the people who train it and the people who are missing from that process. So what does that mean? AI again is only as fair as the people who train it and the people who are missing from that process. So the fourth part I would like to go into is, why does this even affect you? Even if you're not in tech, because you're like, but I'm not the one training AI. So now maybe you're just thinking, but I'm not a software engineer, I'm not building AI, VB, why does this concern me? That's exactly why you need to know. As long as you're using technology, AI is already making decisions about you. So whether you understand it or not, AI is already making decisions for you. So that is why VB is coming to you with this information so that you're more armed with what you need to know. So AI is deciding what job ads you see. It's deciding what your credit score says. It's deciding how your visa application is reviewed. AI is deciding what healthcare treatment you're offered. So if we don't understand the systems that are shaping our lives, how then do we ever challenge them? How then do we ever question what is most important to us? So yeah, I'm going to take us to part 5 now, which is what exactly can you do? Because it almost feels like, oh, there's no end, what are you on about? So we can ask questions. So whenever AI is used, ask who built it, who it works for, and who it might leave out. Support fairness in tech. You can follow organizations like I think Algorithmic, Justice League, or AI Now Institute, and also call for accountability, in the laws, in the audit, in transparency in how tech is used. And also, if you're in tech, you need to test for bias. You need to build a more diverse teams. You need to design for everyone. You need to design not just for the majority. And most especially, you need to educate other people, especially in our communities, in whether white communities, black communities, Latinos, Chinese, whatever. community you find yourself, because if it stays silent, the bias will stay invisible. So what basically this means is that be on the outlook, be very aware of how you're using technologies and not just letting technology happen to you. And if you have an opportunity to go into rooms where decisions are being made, make sure that everybody is being included in this entire journey of a user's experience, so that bias is being mitigated or stopped or reduced drastically. So yeah, bias in AI is not just a bug or a problem or an issue, it's a mirror. Is literally showing us the inequalities that we've built into our world. It's showing us how unequal the world of humanity is. But the good thing is we don't need to accept it. We don't have to accept it. We can build better systems, because AI has come to accelerate things. The more we need to now build better systems. If we care enough to understand them, if we care enough to question them, if we care enough to demand better, this is our chance to ask the right questions. This is our chance to show up better and to be more involved. So drop a comment if you've ever experienced bias online or offline. Like, share, and subscribe for more content on tech, fairness, justice, and the future that we want to see. I just want to say, let me know how you're using AI in your day-to-day activities. Recently, I don't know if you've seen it, someone was talking about how LinkedIn is about to be training people based off of training their algorithm, their data, their AI with people's content on LinkedIn, and there was an option to shut it off and not give your data to the AI. And many times I'm always left with this dilemma: is it a good thing to shut it off, or is it a bad thing to not let it take your data? Anyways, I would like to know what you guys think. Let me know if you think you'll be letting algorithms and AI feed on your data, or if you're one of those people that go to your settings and really shut off, don't use my write-ups, don't do that. But enough of me talking on and on. I hope that until next time that you stay aware, you stay bold, and you don't let invisible systems just silence your voice. You're aware. Until next time, something good is definitely coming your way. See you later. Take care and bye.